I'm Charlotte. I'm in grade 12 and I'm doing the IB DP. Hillingdon did feel like the best kind of community for me. I was looking around and I saw people who didn't necessarily look like they were in the same grade, for example, just kind of saying hi to each other in the hallways. I'd say this year it's definitely been kind of IB focused, so the EE, getting that kind of finished and out the way very early, which the school kind of really pushed us to do, which was really, really helpful. Also, this year I was captain of the football team, which was really, really cool because I'd been on it since my 10th grade year, and kind of seeing the captains when I was younger and then wanting to be one. One of my memorable experiences going into 11th grade was the selections for the head hawks and the student council and all the kind of different roles that you could do to kind of be a leader at the school. I tried out to be one of the head hawks, which is like the head girl things, which I got, which I'm very happy about. But it was also being able to be an ambassador and being able to represent the school and taking on roles as I'm kind of growing up and they become available to me that I'd previously seen other people do. When I first came here, there was the ambassador program, which really helped just in general, not necessarily with studies, but even just knowing where you're going is very difficult when you're new. And then as I've gotten older into the IB program, 11th and 12th grade, the teachers have been really helpful. We get certain free periods if we have standard level classes, and the teachers always make themselves available to us at either lunch times or after school times. You know, you can always go to them and ask for help. And also your peers, if you say, oh, I'm kind of struggling with this topic, have you got any notes or any, you know, good websites that you can use for revision, etc., especially as it's coming to exam season now. Everyone's really willing to share, you know, anything they found, any notes they've done. It's really helpful to be able to kind of sit in the library if you have a study hall and kind of work as a group to kind of figure something out, or kind of even just studying together if you need help. It's really nice. Because I don't think that I'd be as comfortable as asking for help or asking for that support if I didn't have a good relationship with my teachers. For me, it was really helpful because the teachers that you probably have in 10th grade they're also IB teachers. So you kind of already had that connection with them in the younger grades. So when it gets a little bit more stressful, and even if you are kind of under pressure or you're stressed, you're not going to necessarily break the relationship that you've had in the past with them. A way to show critical thinking, which is kind of outside the classroom, is through the sports teams, for example, because you definitely have to interact with people who are in different grades to you, which sometimes there's either an age level difference, but also just like you're not really friends, but you have to figure out a way to work with people that you've never worked with before, and also on a deeper level than just saying hello to them. You really have to get to know them and really appreciate their skills, understand people's different strengths and weaknesses that you might never have really interacted with before. For university, my plan is to study international relations, and then maybe go on to study journalism. I'm not quite fixed on that yet, but we'll see. And the university I'm thinking of going to is in Rome. I'm from the UK, which means I didn't know a lot about the American college system, the college board, that whole situation. I had genuinely no clue. Our university counselor was really, really helpful in the 11th grade, kind of at the start of the 11th grade. You're not really actively looking for universities if you're not really sure what you want to do yet. But she was really good at bringing universities in to talk to us, even not just kind of selling their university, but looking at universities that could talk to us about their own kind of programs, but also would offer support and help with writing personal statements. Our university counselor set up individual meetings, 2 or 3 of them, even as many as you want, to chat about like any essays that we had to write, the supplementals for the US especially. But she didn't just necessarily throw us in the deep end. She was more than happy to kind of teach us about anything that we weren't quite sure of. Even if we didn't quite know where we wanted to go, she was always trying to find new courses for us, new opportunities that we could go and look at. Friends that I've had since 10th grade, even the ones that have moved away, I still talk to almost every day. And I feel a lot of them will come back to London. I feel like London is such a good place. It's a hub for almost anything. And the people that you kind of meet at ACS, it's a very international community. You will always kind of come back to those people, especially in, I feel, our graduating class. It's a very tight-knit group. Obviously, everyone has their own individual friends, etc., but everyone kind of does have people that they will chat to that I think they will really stick. I think that you should really take advantage of all of the kind of services that ACS can offer, such as when you join the ambassador program, you know, the tours, even just being able to look around. You can really get a feel for a school when you look around it. You can feel how welcoming it is. You can feel how kind of, I want to say safe, but that's not really the right word, but just how comfortable everyone genuinely feels here. Kind of all of my teachers have kind of gotten me more excited for the fact that they're like, come on guys, like it's the last push, you know. And they've also got me a bit more excited for university, especially the university counsellor. I kind of mentioned to her how I felt really nervous about kind of moving on. And she was like, it's going to be brilliant, you know, you've kind of gained, and she was kind of explaining to me how I've gained all of these skills at school. And while it may work for my IB paper 2 in English, they're also going to be skills that I'm going to use for a long time, which I think is quite exciting, and I'm quite excited for the future.